965 metres. So on the way up you'll probably feel your ears pop just like on an aeroplane, and it's usually about 10 degrees colder up the top, although I'm sure it's still nice and warm up there. We're currently going up Whistler's Mountain at the moment. Now Whistler's Mountain is the most northern peak on the Trident Range, and it was named after the hoary marmot. Do you all know what a hoary marmot is?
Oh yeah.
Yes? Alright.
Little animal.
It is a little animal, a little furry animal. They whistle to each other.
Yeah.
Hence Whistler's Mountain. We're going at a speed of 6 metres a second, so that means we'll reach the top in 7 minutes. Alright, so if you look around, you'll notice we're surrounded by mountains and trees and rivers and lakes. I'll point a few things out to you. I'll start with the mountains, or the mountain ranges. To my far left, at the end of that valley, that mountain range you can just see through the smoke. That's the Yellowhead Range. Now the Yellowhead Range is the continental divide, and that means all the snowmelt on the east melts and flows all the way out to the Arctic Ocean, and on the west it melts and flows all the way to the Pacific Ocean. So it's pretty amazing. Yeah.
You said Arctic.
Arctic. Oh, okay, it can go either up to the Arctic or straight to the Atlantic. It goes through the Hudson Bay.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's pretty amazing considering snow can be right next to each other and then melt and go to opposite sides of the country. That mountain range also forms a border between Alberta and British Columbia. The mountain range behind us, just along here, that's the Victoria Cross Range. Most of the peaks on that mountain range are named after recipients of the Victoria Cross Medal, except for the one on the far right, that's called Pyramid Mountain. The mountain range behind the town of Jasper, that's called the Colin Range. It's named after a Colin Fraser, who was the last custodian of the Jasper House. And finally, the one closest, just to my right here, that's the Moline Range. It stretches 22 kilometres long, and the mountain closest to us is Signal Mountain, named after the Jasper Firewatch Tower. Alright guys, we'll just feel a bit of a bump as we go over the tower. Sway. There we go, not too bad. Alright, so the tramway was built on this particular mountain due to the popularity of the hiking trail. The hiking trail is 9 kilometres long. It starts at the hostel, which is the building just down the road from the lower terminal. And if you look down, we're just about to cross over it now. So on my last flight down, I just spoke to 2 people that did it this morning, and they seen a black bear just down further a little bit. Yes, they did. Yeah, took them 2.5 hours. Yeah. Alright, so if you look behind us, you'll be able to see 2 rivers. Directly behind us is the Miette River, and over to the right is the Athabasca River. And now if you look closely, you'll notice they have a different colour. The Miette's got like a really dark green colour. That's because it's a mountain-fed river. It runs off the Yellowhead Range. But as for the Athabasca, it's got a really grey colour to the water. That's because it's a glacial-fed river, and it runs off the Columbia icefields. It's one of the only glacial-fed rivers in North America, and it's also one of the only rivers in North America that flows south to north. So it goes all the way up to the Hudson Bay.